everyone and welcome back. So we've got an exciting video today. We're going to be doing a little bit kind of baking, preparing food, and I thought we'd go through 3 really delicious sort of healthier sweet treat, dessert, snack kind of things. These are all perfect for if you have got a sweet tooth. I used to have such a sweet tooth. I feel like I'm a little bit more of a savory person now, but all 3 of these things are things that I think taste so delicious and love to make. And I guess that they're all made with slightly healthier ingredients, which is fab. So first up, we have got dark chocolate peanut butter cups. We have then got banana bread slices. These are honestly so tasty. And we've also got chocolate covered strawberries. I just want to say before we get started as well, I would love if you subscribe to my channel if you do end up enjoying this video, and give it a like. I always really appreciate it. So let's get into the dark chocolate peanut butter cups. So first recipe, we have got these delicious, and I can vouch for this because I've just eaten about half of one of them, dark chocolate peanut butter cups. I have put peanut butter in the center of these, but you could use cashew butter, sunflower seed butter, tahini, or anything that's really that kind of consistency in the center. I actually chose to use an organic dark chocolate for this one, and they are very rich, but honestly just so delicious. And if you are a real chocoholic or just need that chocolate fix, these are absolutely amazing. The only thing I would say is don't go taking these into work or uni or anything, because they do need to be eaten cold and refrigerated. I can actually already see that they are just getting a bit room temperature, which is not what we want. These are definitely best eaten straight out the fridge or straight out the freezer. For me, the sea salt on top is just the perfect little bit of saltiness to balance out the sweet, so I would definitely recommend sprinkling a little bit of that on top as well. So first up, we want to melt those dark chocolate chips. So you can take a saucepan, take a heat-proof bowl, add about 1 inch of water to the saucepan, place the bowl on top, and then add the chocolate chips. They should really quickly start to melt, and I just find that this is one of the easiest and quickest ways to melt chocolate without burning it. Next up, we're going to be adding a tablespoon of coconut oil into the chocolate chips and just keep stirring it until it's all melted in together. I've chosen just to take 4 little cupcake cases just because these were only for Elliot and I. Obviously, you can make this recipe for as many people as you want to, but I've just taken my 4 cases, laid them out on the countertop, and in each one I'm going to be adding in total about 1/8 of the mix, but pretty much we're going to be adding half the mixture to the bottom, and we'll pour the other half over the top later on. When you've finished coating the bottom, place these in the fridge or freezer until they are rock solid. I personally find that this takes around 20 minutes in the freezer. Obviously, you could leave them overnight or, leave them for a lot longer than that, but 20 minutes if you're in a rush should do fine. Now for the filling, so I have just taken some peanut butter here. This is just a smooth peanut butter, but crunchy would also work fine. Then you're just going to add around a small teaspoon to the center of each one, trying to make sure it doesn't touch the edges too much. When you've placed the peanut butter in each one, you want to take the rest of that chocolate mixture. Obviously, if it's hardened a little bit, you can remelt it, but you're just pouring that chocolate mixture over the top of each one so they are completely coated. I like to add a few sea salt flakes to each one just because I love how it balances out the sweetness of the chocolate. You then want to place those back in the fridge or freezer for a minimum of 30 minutes, I would say, just to make sure they have really hardened, and you can then remove the cake cases and you will have the most delicious dark chocolate peanut butter cups. So next up we have got these banana bread slices. These are honestly so gooey and dense and banana-y, but also a little bit on the healthier side. Now with banana bread, I know a lot of people do make a protein banana bread. I don't mind that kind of thing, but I'm not personally a huge fan of cooking with protein. I'm just like not too sold on the flavor, and I'd much prefer to just kind of throw in a protein shake alongside like a little sweet treat instead. So for this recipe, I've actually chosen to go without protein powder. It has got some Greek yogurt in, it has got an egg in, which obviously does make it a little bit higher in protein. And then I just slice these up at the end so they are in little portion-sized banana bread fingers. And yeah, you've just got like a little mini banana bread. I have made these with whole wheat flour, but you could go for white flour, gluten-free flour. I reckon almond flour could also work well if you are gluten-free. But yeah, these are just so tasty, and the banana obviously gives a lot of added sweetness. I actually think these slices make such a perfect pre-workout or post-workout snack. They're really good ones to take as an on-the-go snack and perfect to pack into your lunchbox to go to work or uni or wherever you're off to. So before we start making this recipe, make sure you have got a loaf tin or some kind of tin and you have lined it so we're ready to go. We're going to be using a blender cup for this recipe, but you could also just use your hands to mix all of these together. So in the pot we are putting the Greek yogurt, we're adding in the egg, 2 bananas, a bit of coconut oil, and about 1.5 tablespoons of xylitol. You could also use a sugar, like a raw cane sugar. I'm adding in about 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a little pinch of sea salt, and a bit of baking powder as well to help it rise. Then just put your lid on and blend that together. Take your mixing bowl and add your flour to it. I've used whole wheat flour in this recipe, but you could use any flour that you want. Add a little bit of cinnamon because I forgot to add that into the liquid, and then add in the kind of batter, I guess, and then we can mix that to make sure it's thoroughly combined. Give that a good mix until all of the ingredients are combined. I love this recipe because it's such a quick banana bread recipe, which is why I opt to use the blender, just so we can get them made really speedily during the week. Carefully add all of the mixture into the tray, make sure you've spread it to the sides, and then whack that in the oven for around 20 minutes or until it's cooked through. You can just test this with a knife to make sure it's not too gooey in the centre. I like to slice these into little fingers, and then they are the perfect size midweek snack. So last up we have got our dark chocolate covered strawberries. You could actually cover the strawberries, to be honest, with any chocolate. This is such a simple recipe that it's almost like not a recipe. But these are one of my absolute all-time favorite sweeter snacks. I actually end up having these a few times a week. Sometimes I'll have milk chocolate, sometimes I'll have dark chocolate, but they also look really pretty. So if you're hosting a brunch or you just wanted to make them for a little cinema night with your friends, obviously when we're out of lockdown or anything like that, these look so cute, and I just find them really satisfying. Obviously because they are predominantly fruit, they're super healthy, they've got lots of nutrients in as well, and then you've also just got that little extra chocolate hit. And now for the chocolate covered strawberries. So first of all, take your strawberries, make sure you keep the green stalks on. These are really key in making it a little bit easier to coat the strawberries. Make sure you have washed them and dried them. You are then going to use the same technique as you used before to melt the chocolate. I tend to go for around 50 grams, and that's about 2 portions of the strawberries, but obviously just double or triple the recipe depending on how many you want to make. So you're just literally coating each strawberry in the chocolate, using that stalk to help you. Really swizzle it around and then place on a plate that has got some greaseproof paper, and this just makes it a lot easier to get the strawberries off when you want to eat them. So here we have it, 3 super tasty, a little bit on the healthier side sweet treats. I honestly love all these recipes so much. I've got quite a lot more up my sleeve though, so do leave a comment and let me know if you do want me to film another one of these kind of videos. I'll definitely also film one with savoury snacks at some point as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I would love it if you subscribed. As always, if you do want to stick around, and I'll see you in my next video.